Obviously, the government have the tendency to go ahead with the verdict. We are expecting the court at any time to issue a sentence on which we have to submit ourselves to a nearby police station and to be brought into the jail.
And what about the appeal process? What about your legal representation? Is there any kind of remit for that?
Yeah, our lawyers today are appealing. We are expecting that they'll be giving them a nearby date, and I'm not very optimistic about that appeal. I think they'll go ahead with the verdict.
And I guess in a legal term, trying to use the Hippocratic Oath, i.e. to help those in need, that might not stand much stead with the military court.
Absolutely, absolutely so. I mean, these charges are not realistic. They were brought in without any evidences. The only evidence that they have was the person in charge of the interrogation, and he himself has been accused of torturing all the medics and also the other people whom he interrogated. So the whole process was completely illegal, starting from the arrest, going further down into the interrogation, torture, the trial, the court procedures. All of it there was a clear breach of human rights. I mean, our arrest was taken over without any letter, without showing any evidence. We were deprived from access to lawyers. We were deprived from seeing our families. And these interrogations were completely carried out under severe torture. All of us were subjected to a massive torture. And this torture going on from kicks, using sticks, using plastic hose, using plastic bottles, using shoes, you name it. Several stuff were used during the interrogation.
And on the top of that, they blindfolded us and they forced us to sign confessions, which we do not know what was written in that. So, and they are taking our confessions as the main evidence against us.
They don't have any evidences. I mean, there aren't any evidences that has been shown to the court, which proves that we have committed crimes. I mean, the charges runs from occupying the hospital, harboring weapons, you name it, overthrown the regime, and none of this is professional. The only problem that the government or this regime basically have with us is we have witnessed all the brutal attacks on the civilians. We are...
Try to intervene directly by helping those victims medically, which is, of course, your duty and your job. But what about the view now of the outside world, the Western world, if we can call it that? Because many people have observed that we've been very vocal on Syria, directly intervened in Libya and elsewhere, and yet Bahrain appears we are sitting on the sidelines in terms of certainly the United States, United Nations and the UK.
That's right. Actually, Bahrain is a strong ally of the United States, and for that, I think the United States is playing a double standard role here. They are keeping very quiet, and they are very soft about Bahrain and about what's happening in Bahrain. I mean, the only people who are beside us are the NGOs and the humanitarian organizations who were there during that period, and they witnessed everything. But we need more than that. We need higher pressure on the government of Bahrain to stop these grave human rights violations.
Besides that, I think the European Union need to play a bigger role. Besides that, UK has to support us. Again, William Hague, a couple of days ago, he went and gave a press report about Bahrain. He condemned all these charges on the medics, and that this needs to be intensified over the coming few weeks. Otherwise, I mean,
We're just getting a bit of break-up on the signal. We will try and stay with you, but I'll just ask you one more thing. What about the rest of the international community, if you like? As far as we understand, the Bahrain Grand Prix is still on the Formula One calendar for next year, for next April. Do you believe that the Formula One teams, the race teams, should actually pull their competitors away from that in protest?
Absolutely so. Absolutely so. I think this will put up a lot of pressure on the government, and they would have to respect our humanitarian role as a doctor, as a medics. I mean, if you can imagine, it's Salmania Hospital, the place where we are working. It's a big hospital. Yes. It's the main hospital that serves over 1 million population of Bahrain, and only 20 people have been convicted of occupying this hospital. This is ludicrous. I mean, no one ever in the world will believe such a crime.
Dr Zarhra Al Sammak and Dr Ghassan Dhaif, thank you very much indeed for your time. And, of course, we will continue to follow your story and we wish you luck with the days to come. Thanks very much indeed for speaking to us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.